This is Father Forex, founder of fmtrades.com and the Forex fam, here with some analysis on Bitcoin and gold. So I'm going to start with Bitcoin here and talk about what's happening now. I had spoken a couple of weeks ago, I believe, about Bitcoin planning to move downward. So on the monthly chart, it's still trending down. Let me zoom in here a little bit. I put these targets on a while back, and it's moving closer to the top of the first target, which was at the 53,429.35 area, 43,429.35. So it's tapping that now. We'll go into a little bit more detail on the weekly. The market is actually in a pullback from a short. It's actually continuing short here on the weekly. Then on the daily, the market is actually in a slight long, but it's pulling back from that. And from what I see, there was something here. It still has room to move down. It hasn't moved as much, but it's moving right to the top of the range. So let's go back and look at what happened a few weeks ago. I mentioned on the 1 hour chart, I placed these purple bands here, and I think it was around this time. So I put these bands here knowing that we had this gap that had happened, that had occurred. Let me zoom in a little bit. This gap that occurred, and that was a possible area that could be hit, but definitely this area of consolidation. So when we spoke to that, it was down in this area, and the market has moved back up and actually surpassed the area where I told you could take a long on the 1 hour. It surpassed that, come back, and now it's trending back down. Even on the 1 hour, it's moving down. It's touching the 53 area. On the 4 hour, it's moving back short as well. It's actually in a downtrend on the 4 hour, and then on the daily, like I said, it's in a pullback from a long, level 1 long. But everything that I see says that it will probably continue short over the next several days. It may have a slight pullback up because people are buying at these prices, but eventually over the next several days to several weeks, I clearly see Bitcoin continuing down. And once it gets down into that range between 51 and 53, I think it may pick up some steam. So still short on Bitcoin on long term. I think there's, you've got some short-term opportunities to maybe catch some buying opportunities, but the long-term disposition is short. So what that means is, if you're a buyer and holder of Bitcoin, prepare yourself to go through a downturn here over the next several weeks. And if you are a speculator who buys and sells Bitcoin, then you may be one on the sell side right now. You don't want to be buying as it looks right now. And so let's look at gold, which is another pair that I've been speaking to. I'll start here on the daily because this is where the action has happened. I mentioned previously that it had moved into a long, and then I shared a video midweek, I think about a week ago or several days ago, about if it possibly hits short down here, which it did. So gold has actually moved down. It's into a sell. It pulled back up into this area, and then it's pushing back down. So I expect it to tap this area with 1766.86 as a target point if you're selling right now. But I'm looking at gold, and it looks like it's looking to try to continue downward. So right now on the weekly, it's pulling back from a long, but it's showing a little weakness and hesitation. And then it's the same thing for the monthly. It's going to pull back from a long, but it has areas to address down here as well. So in the 1 hour, gold just gave you a good opportunity to sell. It's actually been on for about an hour or so. But I expect it to, or I wouldn't be surprised if it moves back and taps close to this area, the 1782.87 area, or maybe not. So if you're going to sell gold, you have an opportunity to sell it now. But this target of 1770, was it 1766.86? That's not your optimal price point at this entry. So find a good entry where you can get at least a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. But it's definitely, the sell is on right now with gold, so I expect that to continue down. So we're short on gold and we're short on Bitcoin right now. If you have any other questions, join me at fmtrades.com or subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get more information. Text fmtrades to 474747 to get more information from Father Forex. I am here to teach you what your father never taught you about finance, and we're going to get you rich together. All right, happy trading.